friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we are decorating the very last spread in this creative journal. I have used it well. This is a journal from Archer and Olive. Last time I checked, it was still in stock. So you can go check it out. If you love it, use code AmyPlansThings to save 10%. But look at how full this is. Last time in yesterday's video, we created these fun pockets, which definitely added to the bulk in the journal. And today we're doing the very last spread with 3 pages of Dutch doors. And it is going to get us all the way through June. So for July, we'll get to pick a brand new journal to start. This will be my, let's see, I have a whole stack of journals up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be my 7th completed journal when I finally finish filling it out at the end of June. But we are going to use my hand-drawn sticker book, Dutch Doors Volume 2, to decorate the last spread in this notebook. And the theme that I haven't used yet from this book that I think I was most excited about is this one with all the plants. And it's really nicely set up for some horizontal Dutch doors. So we're going to do some quick and easy horizontal Dutch doors for this spread. Okay, so this whole page is a little wonky because of what's going on here. We're just going to go with it. It happens when we're playing in our journals. Sometimes things get a little funky. And that's just part of the process. So we are going to grab this huge strip. We have a lot of extra sticker here. And these are made for your Dutch doors, so it's nice and easy. You don't have to think about what you're putting on the back side. We're just going to do it like here. But I'm going to curl it over a little bit so I can get this piece down first. And keep a fairly straight line as we do it. We're going to trim off this. We might be able to use this piece on another page and have it come up to the edge. So let's do that. I'm just going to stick this to the side for now. Okay, the supplies we need are my cutting mat and then my gyro cut. We'll also grab scissors to cut right along this line. Got them right here. I don't want to accidentally cut the stitching. So that's the only thing about horizontal Dutch doors is you have to be really careful when you're cutting down the spine of it. Okay. Here we go. I love how fast and easy my gyro cut is. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to cut like this, and I try not to get all the way next to it because I, again, don't want to cut that. So there is going to be a tiny piece of paper sticking up right here, and that's okay. I just want to make sure it's not too close because I don't want to make the spine have any problems. Okay, look at how cute that is. We will decorate all of this and all the functional space once we're done with all the Dutch doors. But we're going to go ahead and use the matching sticker. I'm picking up the sticker around it, not the actual sticker. Okay. Here we go. And sometimes it's easier to come in here sideways to see exactly what you're doing, so that you line it up perfectly. And I even did not line that up perfectly right there. So we are going to pick it back up and place it again. Okay, we're going to place it using 2 hands this time, like that. There we go. Perfect. And we have this other piece that will go. I think we'll just go ahead and use these pieces so that they're not forgotten about. So what we're going to do is make it so we see it mostly sticking up. I think I'll raise it a tiny bit we will have a tiny bit of stuff, like a gap right there. So we're just going to deal with it. Got a little bit of fluff there. We'll remove that. See how high up. I think that'll be good. So you see we're going to have a little white gap right there. I don't know that I mind. All right, so to go with that one, since we're on a shelf, that shelf is not straight, but we're just going with it because I've already picked it up once. To go with that, this one will work great. Since it's a shelf. The next one, we won't do a shelf for it. Okay. We're gonna do it like that. Before I trim it, let's check it. Yeah, so you can see these three up above it. Nothing is sticking out there. Do we want to put something right there to pull the scene together, even though it's like two separate shelves? Or do we want to just leave it? I kind of want a plant sticking up out of it. So what can we use? Just thinking through the stickers that we have here. We haven't used, we've got the cactus there, but let's just put it in. This one's a bigger version. Okay, so we're just gonna have it here kind of on the end of this shelf. And that way we have something sticking up here. I think that'll look really nice. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and trim this one as well. Then we'll have one more to do to finish up these Dutch doors. I'm saving the hanging plants for the back page. I think that's gonna look really nice. Though you could certainly make Dutch doors out of them too, just from up above. By the way, the sticker book is available now. If you're US or Canada, you can buy the physical version on my website, amyplansthings.com. There are less than 100 of these left, and when they're out, they're out. We're not going to restock. And then always the digital version is available, and that is available worldwide. So the digital you can print and cut yourself using your gyro cutter cutting tool. You can cut it if you have a cutting machine like a Cricut or Silhouette. So lots of options. This is looking so cool. I have just been waiting to make this one. Okay. Trying to line it up the first time. All right, there we go. Then next up is this one, and then our little cactus friend. There we go. Throwing my scissors. Let's not hurt myself. Okay. Where is the cactus? Here we go. And there we go. Look, our little cactus. And we have 2 of our Dutch doors. You could just do that many if you wanted all of them to have shelves. You can draw your own shelves if you want to do more, but we have so many more plants. Look at this. So we're going to save these 2, and we're going to save these 2. They're all the same thing, but we're going to do a whole thing of them on the back page. But on this next one, I think we're going to go ahead and lay down some bigger plants that can kind of just provide some fluff. And see some more things sticking out. They're not going to be life size compared to these. Like, they're all sorts of different sizes. Like these succulents, I made larger on some of them. So we're just going to go with it. And I'm going to try to line up these pots somewhat and just go across. And not everything is going to be seen from this page, but we're going to go with it. Okay. If I do a big one, it's going to go all the way to the top. So we're not going to use that big one. But we can use these giant succulents, like I said. Just because this is not realistic. It's okay. And now we see it from behind. Perfect. Okay. Then this one does have the black pot like that one. So maybe we can do something different. This one has a white pot. Just so it has some different things going on. You know what? What if we did a brown washi tape to make it a little shelf? Okay, where'd my brown go? Here's brown. That's a very dark one. Here's a medium brown. All these tapes, some of them are sold out, but many of them, like brown, are available on my website right now. So you can also grab your good base tapes if you're wanting those. Okay, we're just gonna lay it down like a shelf, since we don't have a shelf currently that we can use for it. Very cute. I love this. I have been waiting and waiting to use this one. But I decorate plenty in my R&D notebooks, my research and development ones, where I just like play in it and show you guys some creative things. But I wanted to use these ones in my creative journal that I'm actually writing in. There's only so many spreads I can do in my creative journal because eventually I'll get way ahead and have too many pages and won't be able to fill, you know, all of it out. So I had to wait a little while. Okay. There we go. Okay. That is so much fun. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and lay in all these stickers. Starting with first, this one is this one with the white pot. Then we have the succulent with the black pot. And then I have to check. I can't remember. Okay. This one. Come on. There you go. Lining it up. Then lastly is a clear sticker, which is on one of these pages, right? Where's that? Do I not have a matching? Oh, there it is. I was just flipping through and just did not even see it. All right. There we go. Look at how cute that looks. Okay, so to pull this all together, we are going to need a couple of things. We are going to need to put hanging plants in on this side and this side. So we're going to do one large one on the front and the back and one smaller one on the front and the back. So when this one's down, I want to see this full thing. So we're just going to line this one up right up to the edge. Okay, so that was the most important one to place in the right spot because we have the most space right there. This larger one now is going to go on this side. We're going to have it start, we're not going to have it go as far down because we don't need to fill that much space. So I'm going to put it like this. Now these are set up for Dutch doors, but you don't have to use them for Dutch doors. So thus what I'm doing right here and doing my own little thing with it. Okay, so with this, I think, okay, so this is the flipped image of that. So that's the one I want to use on this page. So my question is, should I put them right next to each other? Should I put it up a little bit? Like, this one, we're not going to use up all the space, but this is our biggest gap. This has less gap. I feel like that might be good. We're just going to go with it. Then on this side, we have two over here, one here. I don't want them to be the exact same. So I might put this one closer to the spine and try to make it so I see the leaves down here. So like that. What do you guys think? I think that looks good. Okay, so that does leave some space. Typically, as you guys know, I like to make it so that all of the gaps are covered when you're looking at the Dutch doors from any side. I don't typically like to write up there, but let's see what we'll do. I'm not quite sure this time around. Okay, we have all of these. I think I have this one, this set of boxes. I love the pre-layered boxes. They are so fun. What if we have this one having this little plant stick up and fill this gap? Goodbye, sticker book. Closing on its own. Okay. What if we have this one like here? Yeah, that'll do. Is that straight though? That's not quite straight. Let's make it a straight line. With the dot grid, I mean. Okay. There we go. So that's going to be covered. That fills part of it. Right there, we have all of these things that we could fill in. I don't have a pre-layered box left that has just a plant at the top. So let's make our own layered box. And we're going to have this plant sitting behind it because it is a huge plant. And we're going to layer a box with it. So we're going to fit it in here somewhere. Just in the middle or down like this and have something else hanging off, or up to the edge like that. I think up to the edge. I think that would look nice. Okay, let's just take a look. Yeah, and those gaps, that's okay with this one. Okay, so let's make a layered box using that as part of our decoration. This is a large page. We can do a large set of layered stickers. To make it look nice, let's have this one starting way over here, and we can't see any of it. To go with it, I love doing a trio. I love having one over the box and one off to the side of the box. So we'll do the dark green so we can use all three box colors. And just have this one like very close to, but not layered over it. I just think that always looks really nice, however you do it. Okay, that's great for that. What are we gonna do here? Are we gonna do something? Let me figure it out. Okay, we could layer something else over this one. Okay, we're into the baking stuff there. Where's this one with the stool, right? Right, we've got the stool. How big is this? That would fit, but also when this is turned over, you see the stool. That's okay. That's okay. Let's just put this going here. So it's like layered with this box, the very smallest bit. And then we've got like this, you know what? You know what? One of the things I love doing, we already used this tape once. We forgot it here too. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got to do it there first. I'm almost out of this tape. We're going to put our little bench or shelf, whatever you want to call it. Okay. So one thing I like to do sometimes that we did here, we make an outline. What if we outline that, but not right there? I think that could look pretty good. Let's try it and see what we think, okay? All right. We need to trim the corners and trim around this plant. But that's looking pretty fun. I keep checking if I'm actually filming because the reading journal video that I just did, it like stopped filming twice. And so I had a few gaps on things. This is tearing. Come on. How do I get you without the bottom piece or without the top piece? It stopped filming twice and I had to make do. And now I'm terrified that it's going to suddenly not be filming anymore. Okay, why is this one tearing too? Not a problem I've had in the past of my tapes trying to stick together too much. This is an extra sticky tape, guys. If it breaks, we just get a new piece of washi. Ah, got it though. Okay. Extra sticky tape. Okay, lift this one up first this time. No problems here. Okay, perfect. And then this. Okay. Trying to pull up around what I've cut. Okay, so the question is, I did all of this. We didn't go around the plants. Should I go around the plants? I kind of feel like I should. I feel like that looks weird now that it doesn't have that. Here we go. At least it's very little pieces that we have to do now with this one. Okay. There we go. One last corner here. Perfect. All right. Yeah, that looks really cute. I like how that turned out with that. Okay, so this page, I'm not going to put any washi tape on. Some of them I may put some washi tape on at the bottom. We'll see. Let's put some boxes in first, though. Okay, we have our layered boxes here. Let's go ahead and decide if any of them are going to go on any of these pages. These are the pages where we have the most room. So these would be ones where I use some larger stickers. Here we go. There we go. All right. That went right to the edge. I'm going to trim the various tiny white part of the sticker. Like literally just a tiny bit. Okay. With this one, I don't think I want large stickers anymore, so we're gonna leave that one alone. And we're gonna go ahead and do some small stickers. One down here, and one up there. Perfect. Yeah, I don't think we need any tapes actually on these. Okay, so now it's time to do some layered boxes. These ones will do slightly bigger, but still small. And I think it just looks good having it layered kind of from the outside because we've got, it's so top heavy. I think kind of keeping things low might look really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and get this one kind of matching on this side. That was not straight, guys. All right, we did that. We'll go ahead and put this one here. Should I do a third one on each of these? Yes, let's do it. Okay. Perfect. All right. This one then, let's do a smaller one. And again, let's just get it right down here because it's so top heavy that I really don't want to take up like a ton of space other than right down there. And we're just going to do 2 boxes on this one. Okay, so once I have my boxes layered, the last thing would just be adding a little bit of layered detail. So we're going to have this one with that one. Maybe one thing on each of these. I like this one for that. I want something smaller over here or else right there. So let's just see what stickers I've got left. Oh, let's do the cactus. And yeah, let's put it down here. I think that'll look nice. Just kind of being lined up with that one. Then these both have things. This one has that, but it doesn't have anything else. What if we add something right there just to, you know, take up the space? Okay, where did I put that one there. What if I put the other matching one over here? Okay. There we go. Okay, and then the only question is, do I want brown washi tape on the very last page at the bottom? I don't need it here. This balances well. I don't feel like I need it on this page. Do I want it right there at the very end of the very last Dutch door spread? I think that would look nice. Okay. All right, there we go. Look at it. Here's our final Dutch door spread in this notebook. I do need to decorate the last page. Have I decorated the front page? No, I haven't. I'm notoriously bad at decorating the front page until the very end. I usually like go all out on it and put my name on it and everything, but I haven't done that yet either. So I'll have to do that, and I'll have to do this page at another time. But this is the very last Dutch door spread. Here we go, using my Dutch Doors Volume 2 sticker book and some brown washi tape. I love how this horizontal Dutch door spread turned out. Let me know what you think. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.